You have persistent hip pain, whether it was due to an outright injury or it came on gradually over time. And you've tried different things for it. Maybe you stretch it all the time, maybe you ice it, maybe you take painkillers, and yet either they don't work or they only work temporarily. In this video, we'll talk about why your persistent hip pain doesn't go away. But here's what this video will not be. This video is not a video about exercises for hip pain. Why not? Because hip pain is a symptom. It is not a diagnosis. Why? Because there are a million different reasons for hip pain. Maybe it's arthritis, maybe it's a labral tear, maybe it's impingement, and a whole lot of other reasons for hip pain. And what group of exercises is good for one type of hip pain may actually do damage to a different type of hip pain. The other reason that a one-size-fits-all to hip pain doesn't work is because there is the potential of different tissues to be injured. Maybe it's your muscle, maybe it's your bone, maybe it's the nerve, maybe it's the skin, maybe it's the tendon, maybe it's the ligament. So as you can see, that's why generic hip pain exercises don't work. Again, pain is a symptom, not a diagnosis. And so to use the appropriate approach for your hip pain, you have to get a proper diagnosis. And that means doing potentially some certain movement tests to understand which motions, which tissues are involved, but also perhaps using certain imaging techniques like x-rays or MRIs, etc. That will help you understand why you have hip pain, and then you can use the right approach to treat the root cause. Because if all you're doing is you have pain and you don't know why you have pain, all you're doing is symptomatic management, but it's not even very effective in the long term for actual healing. Now, if you're watching this video and you know that your hip pain is due to osteoarthritis or impingement, we have a great track record helping clients with those issues. If you want to see whether or not we can help you, there's a special link in the description below. If you click on it, it'll take you to our homepage where you can schedule a 10 to 15 minute Zoom chat to see whether or not we can help you. This chat is complimentary, no obligation, no sales pitch, no pressure. So if you've figured out why you have hip pain, how do you resolve it? First, a lot of people rely too heavily on passive therapies. That is things like adjustments or acupuncture or icing or stuff like that. However, they're good, but they're incomplete. You have to be an active participant in your own rehabilitation. For example, that means doing exercise targeted towards your hip pain. That's not general strength training exercises. Those are exercises for your reason for hip pain, whether that's arthritis or impingement or a hernia or a tear, etc. And also, it's very, very important to keep in mind the expected healing time for your injury, for your tissue. If it's not healing adequately in the time you expect, maybe you're barking up the wrong tree, maybe you're using the wrong approach, because the right approach should improve things relatively quickly and you should see progress across time. If you're not seeing that progress, you have to reevaluate. Maybe it's not what you think it was, or maybe it is, and it's not everything. Maybe there's more things that are layered on top of that. If you want more help with either hip pain, knee pain, or information about those kinds of issues, we have a special newsletter for people over 50. If you click on the other link in the description below, you'll be able to subscribe to that newsletter for free. Thank you and goodbye.